So, hello everybody. It is good old Wednesday evening, and I'm excited to be back here in my creative area of my studio. I have spent a lot of time back here today because I was finishing up last minute preparations for our Raylan workshop that starts tomorrow. I'm so excited. I hope that you have already registered and paid to come in. If not, there's still plenty of time. We have till 3 o'clock tomorrow if you want to catch the live. Or you can sign up anytime tomorrow and always catch the replay as well. So, I am going to talk about Raylan here for a second as we're just getting started. And as you join, do me a huge, huge favor. Say hello because we want to know who's here and who's hanging out with us. So just type in hi in the comments, and that would be awesome. So if you haven't heard me yet talk about it, which I can't imagine nobody has not heard me talk about this yet. But we do this like 3 times a year where we do a special pop-up workshop. This one is going to last for 3 days. We're in a private Facebook group that we have all the members in. And I'm going to be going through every step of how to create this gorgeous finish. And not only teach you how to do this finish, but you're also going to see it in a different color as well, which is really cool. But you're going to learn everything about it, how you can interpret it onto a different surface, how you can make it work on a craft project like this, which is just for a sign, furniture, canvas, even whole full wall application as well. So definitely take the time. It's $15. It's 3 days. You're going to get so much bang for your buck in this workshop. You're going to learn this gorgeous finish as well as learn if I'm the type of teacher for you and get a chance to have a really, really incredible sneak peek into like how my painting group is. Okay. So if you want to check it out, find out more information, or just get the direct link so you can sign up, type the word workshop into the comments and it will be sent to you in Messenger. And I'm just going to stop here for a second and say hello because we've got a lot of people that have been piping in and joining us as I've been chit chatting. So, hello, Sherry, Nora, Terry, Casey. Thank you for joining us. Um, so, Sherry, you say you saw I got my furniture. I've got a lot of furniture that's like just piling in the back over there. Okay. Too many of the residents of my neighborhood are kicking things to the curb, and I just can't drive by. And I even have Dan trained so well. He went on a bike ride and he even calls me and says, "Hey, did you see this table over here? Do you think you want it?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, throw it in the truck and bring it." So this girl has got to start painting some furniture. So we're going to start having some furniture projects that are going to get started here soon. We just need to get past our workshop first as we are opening our painting group and introducing new members to our group. So over the next, after the next 2 weeks, we're going to be on to painting furniture again. So I am super, super excited. Maury says she's up to her button boxes because she finally got all of her furniture delivered. Okay. For some reason, her delivery company didn't want to deliver. So finally she's got everything. Hello, Melba. Yes, let's paint. I agree with you. Okay, so as you guys have questions, do me a huge favor and just go ahead and type them into the comments. That is always a wonderful way for us to communicate. It's actually the only way for us to communicate. I get to talk and you guys get to type. Okay, that's just the way Facebook goes. So definitely type in the word workshop if you guys want to find out more about it. If by chance you're just not already in there. And I know a lot of these wonderful names and people that I see here, you guys are already signed up. So that is awesome. Okay, we worked on these adorable little pots yesterday. And I want to go ahead and finish these up. As well as we've got a couple of tumblers we're going to work on. Ashley reminded me that she has not gotten her tumbler yet. Okay, so my daughter, she doesn't want the skinny. Okay, she doesn't want the skinny tumbler that I had already prepped and ready to go. No, she wants the big 30-ounce tumbler. So this is the one I'm going to work on for her. But we're going to get started out on that in a minute. So those are the projects that we're going to work on. Hello, Sally. Thank you for joining. Maddie, oh my gosh, it's always so wonderful to see you here. And so we're going to get going on this. Okay, I'm going to put my camera. I don't want to dump my big gallon of foil adhesive. Okay, so let me put my camera down so that you can see my table a little bit better. Okay, my work surface. You can see I got my laptop out because I am able to see your comments and talk to you as well. So this is our wonderful, wonderful foil adhesive. I have a full gallon going here. This is a brand new gallon that I just opened recently. And I'm just going to take some of that foil adhesive out of there. And I'm just going to be doing the tops of all three of those little flower pots. So I don't need a ton, okay, for right now. So I'm not pulling out too much, okay? And because when I brush this stuff on, I like to add a little bit of water to our foil adhesive, okay? So no matter what size container you have, if you have big jumbo gallon or you've got a small little 4-ounce jar, always best to take it out and put it on some kind of a plate. I use a foam plate and I just use it over and over and again. You can see there's layer after layer of shininess underneath there, which just means it is a super, super sticky plate. And I got hair stuck in it too, it seems like. I use this until it gets too dirty. When stuff gets stuck in here and it becomes a dirty plate, then I go ahead and just let it go. And you can see I've got a few of them all stuck together. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of spray of water, okay? And that might have been maybe 1-2%, okay? Didn't add a lot. That is a really super fine mist bottle, okay? It's not like a regular spray bottle, so it doesn't spray much out, but it's going to help reduce the foil adhesive just a little bit so that we are going to get a smoother application when we're brushing it on, okay? Oh, Linda, I'm so excited to have you here. Glad that that worked out. Okay, now I went ahead and had already painted these all the way through, okay, on this particular one. And I discovered I had painted this one all the way in too because I figured they were going to be containers and not flower pots. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and paint these all the way in and finish them out because they're going to be like a little holder instead of planting in them. So just go ahead and anywhere you're going to put your foil adhesive, or I'm sorry, put your foils, you want your foil adhesive. So I'm going to do the inside first, okay, and get this all on here. And as you can see, when you're brushing it on, it looks milky white, okay, just like it looked coming out of the container. And when it dries completely clear, okay? It'll dry clear and shiny so that you'll have a good indication that it's getting dry. But besides just looking for it to be clear and dry, do me a big favor and just set your timer and give your foil adhesive a nice hour, okay, to dry. That way it's going to get to a really good, hard, firm tack. Now, I'm not saying it won't work before then, but it's going to work normally better if you go ahead and just let it dry, okay? So go ahead, and I'm smoothing out my brush strokes in there so it's not all messy. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it on the outside as well. And remember, if you did not see last night, I did bring, and you can go back and watch last night's video too, but I did bring the foil up a little bit onto the rim area so that I could just go ahead and put a nice straight line right here and just lay the foil over the foil. Okay, so this gives me the ability to brush on a really nice straight line, and that way they will just meet up together, or actually they're going to be layers, so they don't have to meet, they're going to be layered, okay? And just make sure you have a good or a better art brush when you're doing this, okay? Because you want to make sure that you're trying to get a pretty good straight line there. I mean, if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. But I really do try to create a nice straight line if I possibly can, okay? So I'm taking my time with my brushing, at least on that bottom edge. And then again, come back, straighten up your your brush strokes, smooth them out a little bit, and then that one just has to sit and dry. And I see I still have some messy brush strokes in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the lime green one as well. Okay. Hello, Dina and Judy. Thank you guys for hanging out. Uh, yes, I'm tidy, Maury. I'm tidy because I did some major cleaning in here today because I had prep work for Raylan. I had videotaping to do for my painting group, um, prep work for tonight, and I just kind of cleaned as I did that. There was a big mess. I had a huge bucket of brushes that needed to be washed. I had a layer and layer of paint paper on my table that just needed to be cleaned up and thrown away. So I did kind of do a little bit of cleanup, but it doesn't take long for it to get pretty messy around here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to try to get a nice straight line across the bottom edge of the rim, okay? So that our foil will just go to that edge, okay? The second color that I'm using on the rim. And it's fun when you're doing little projects like this that you can mix and match patterns and just do something creative. I haven't decided if that's all I'm going to do, but I think so. I think these are just going to be some cute little containers to just be holders, okay? I could see pins, stir sticks, probably some smaller art brushes. Who knows? They'll probably end up back here somewhere. Okay, so that one is ready to go. Now, what I did discover is I never did paint all the way in here. So this one I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm not going to go any more forward on it. I'll go back and paint the inside of this with the Bondago and have this one ready, okay? Judy, you're saying you didn't get an alert. Okay, so Judy, do me a favor and go ahead. I want to see if I can respond to you right now. I can't. Okay. I'm just going to put it in here again. Oh, Sherry, you're saying you didn't get a text either? Wow. Okay, let me double check. Okay. Oh, no. You guys didn't get one. Okay. And I just sent one and I forgot to put the link in it. Okay. Because I just forgot. I totally forgot to send it out. Okay. Shame on me. And guess what? There's no link in there. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and send this one to everybody. So, you guys are going to get double messages from me tonight. Okay. Shame on me. I was just watching the video over on StreamYard and just completely forgot. Okay. You know, sometimes I'm going to go, oops. Here is the link. Okay. I think I got that in there. Perfect. Okay. And yeah, every once in a while, I might have to be reminded. I should probably sit here with notes and remind myself everything I need to do before I go live. Okay. So now let me know if you end up getting your link, okay, and your notification. Just, let's see, only 13 minutes late. Okay, that's not bad. Better, I guess, late than never. And that's probably going to remind a whole bunch of other people to go, hey, 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 Jen's on live. Oh, now you got it. Okay. Thank you, Judy. You helped me there. Yep, just came in. Okay. Well, you should end up with 2 text messages, okay? Because I did go back and text the link as well because I got in a hurry and went, oops, I forgot to send it and sent it. And it didn't have, the whole reason I hadn't sent it yet is I didn't have the link to send you. Okay. Okay. So flower pots are set aside for now. And we're going to get on to Tumblr. Okay. We're going to get onto a Tumblr and what I do to prep our tumblers and get them ready for whatever beautiful finish we decide to do, okay? So first of all, the tumblers I always work on are stainless steel. And then also I have found some of them that already have like a coating of a color. But no matter what, I still find that you've got to prep. You got to prep properly. Even the ones that came in black, I was hoping that maybe I could skip doing my Bondego, but we found no, we couldn't. Okay, so there's no skipping the prep on these. You just need to take the time and go through all the stages and the steps. Just using like 220, not a really super heavy sandpaper, okay? And I will just go ahead and give the tumbler a nice light sanding, okay? Just making sure that I'm kind of getting through maybe any coating that's on here and give it a little bit of a tooth possibly, okay? Wipe this off well. And then once that is done, I'm actually going to, let me go get the right bottle. I grabbed one bottle, but I didn't grab them both. This is just going to make my process much easier, okay? I like to go ahead and clean them off once they have been sanded, okay, with the good old 91% isopropyl alcohol, okay? This will also, you could also do denatured alcohol to clean it off with. So either one that you have handy works great. And then that's what's in here, okay? So this is just the alcohol in a spray bottle. Makes my life easier, okay? So I can just spray it on here. That's easier. And then clean off the surface really, really well, okay? So make sure you're cleaning it off. You've got that alcohol on there. And just let it dry. Alcohol evaporates pretty fast. So you're going to be able to go forward on this quickly. Now, the other thing I try to do is once I've done my cleanup and I've washed it off with some alcohol, I want to try not to touch it anymore because our hands have oils on them. And the minute I touch the surface again, I'm going to transfer some oils back to, I'm going to put my fingerprints back on here, okay? And we're going to try to not have any fingerprints on here because we want really super good adhesion. So the next step, I clean too well today, guys. Everything is like not in my reach, okay? So the next step is going to be our Bondego. And my Bondego is a paint and primer all in one. And I want to tell you, this saves me a lot of time. It really, really does. Okay, it's getting to the point where I think I have to use press and seal on here, okay? The only thing about Bondego, and I try to fair warn y'all about it, is it does separate. So no matter how long you've let it set, when you go open this jar again, just stir, okay? And I don't like shaking it so much because then all the paint gets stuck on the lid and makes the lid even more messy. So every time you go to use your Bondego, no matter what color it is, if it's the white, the canvas white, the clear, or the black, you want to give it a really good stir, and you want to make sure that you're bringing everything up from the bottom, and it should definitely change to a thicker viscosity once you get it stirred up, okay? So don't skip this process, and don't just rely on shaking, okay? And let's see, we've got that. I told you I cleaned too well. Not everything's at my fingertips. See, I love my foam plates, but I'm really good at using them over and over and over again. Because I know foam is not like the most eco-friendly product, so I make the most of mine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just clean off that stir stick. I'm going to put it right here on my plate, so I've got some paint to work with. And I'm not sure if I got enough out or not. So I'm just going to kind of set my lid on slightly. I've already like painted myself, okay? Didn't take long. I don't know, whenever I have black out, you guys, I feel like I get covered in it super fast. Hello, Irene. I sure hope you're enjoying your concert, and sorry for the late call. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, girl. Hello, Faye. So Judy says, I wanted to do a cup, but I am a chicken. And don't have the turner. Okay, maybe down the road you'll try. Judy, it always can be on that list of things to do someday, okay? Hello, Uganda. Thanks for hanging out. So Madonna says she bought some pre-sanded tumblers to try. Decided it doesn't take much time to sand them. Yeah, and I'm sure they charged you more for the pre-sanded ones. That's funny. Hello, Danielle. Thanks for joining. Oh, Madonna, thank you so much for the stars. That is always so much appreciated. Casey says she just got hers. Okay, Casey, what did you just get? I got to know. Oh, you just got your text. Okay. That's what it was. I'm like, huh, you just got yours? Okay. I scrolled back too far and forgot what we were talking about. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on this. And basically, I always just stick my hand in here and hold it. Okay. Some of the cup turners actually have the stick and the foam part that comes off of the tumbler. So you can even just put that into the tumbler and hold on to the stick. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and start this. And I have a tendency to do my foils around. Okay, instead of scrubbing up and down, I normally scrub around the tumbler. So that is why I actually put the paint on this direction. If you thought you were going to come back and maybe use one color and you were going to go ahead and do your application from top to bottom, then I would go ahead and paint my primer on that way. Okay, but I know that I'm going to use 2 different foils. Well, actually, I don't know what I'm going to do on this one. This one's for Ashley. She hasn't determined what she wants. I think she wants my tie-dye finish, but I'm not positive, okay? She said whatever she wanted something badass, okay? She wanted a super cool finish. I'm like, okay, don't put the pressure on your mom. Give me a little direction, okay? So we'll have some fun. We'll figure out something really cool for her. Oh, I got plenty of paint out, okay? Sometimes even after so many years, it's still always hard to judge exactly how much product you need to cover a surface. So as long as it hasn't sat out too long, I'm okay with putting it back into the container. If it has sat out for 15, 20 minutes or so, and the viscosity of the product is changing, then I suggest just let it go. It's not worth putting it back into the container and contaminating it, okay? So you have to be the judge. Okay, I didn't do the bottom yet because I figured this was going to be the only way I'm going to be able to flip this over. Okay, we need another clean plate because I've got some of that. Okay, we're going to do an upside down plate because that's all I do have that's clean, okay? Because I do have some of that paint basically getting towards the rim, okay? And so that way I can flip it upside down and I know it's not going to permanently stick to the foam, okay? So that's why I like foam plates as well, but you could use something like press and seal, any kind of a plastic wrap. You could set it on so that it does not stick to it. So you just find what's convenient for you and what works for you. I'm a foam plate girl, okay? You can see I use them over and over and over again. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm just kind of critiquing my brushing, okay? I want to make sure that my brush strokes are as soft and smooth as possible. And on a tumbler, I'm not only going to do one coat and I'm going to let this dry overnight. I'm going to do a second coat. I'm going to let it dry overnight. I'm a firm believer in prep, guys, okay? Prep is the most important thing. And if you do not prep your surface correctly and you go put all that work into your project and something happens, I'm going to guarantee you that something is going to be the first layer. It's not going to be the second, third, or fourth layer normally. That's going to cause issues. It's the first layer. So always take the time. Sorry about this. It's kind of noisy. Always take the time to do proper prep, okay? It's really worth the effort. Okay, for those of you that are newer around here, this is one of my trade secrets, tips and tricks of the day. This is press and seal. Put it over your jars before you put your lids back on, and I'll guarantee you your jars and lids are going to stay much cleaner. Your product is going to stay better sealed, and you'll be able to get your lids back off, okay? So press and seal each one of them. I normally don't do that at first. Sometimes I kind of wait until see how messy I get, and then I stick it on there. But I determined I was starting to get a little messy because the lid was being a little more difficult to get off tonight. Okay. So we have prep started on our flower pots. We have prep started on our tumbler. I'm going to take a second to check comments. Okay. Awesome. Madonna says she's working on some door signs from Courtney. They are turning out so cute. Thinking I might keep the letters natural. Oh, I want to tell you, I still have some. Okay. I got to pull one out. Okay. Another one that I had gotten from Courtney. Oh. And because it has so many parts, okay, and this is where it has stayed. Okay. It's cute as can be, but there's just so many pieces and parts to it that's as far as I got, and I just kind of left it, but it's more spring. So this might kind of wait till who knows when. Okay. But yes, fun little project that was cut via a glow forge. So those are really super fun to work with. And Courtney is one of the girls that does cut some of those projects for me. So I totally appreciate it. Yeah, Maury is indicating definitely no prep is a lie. Yeah, there's a lot of people that will indicate that no prep is a way to go, but I'll guarantee you skipping that preparation stage is just not good for anything. Okay. You will find out and discover the hard way that you're putting a lot of time and effort into something and money. Okay. And you don't want to lose your project. You don't want to have something go wrong. So it's just not worth it. Okay. Not worth skipping. So I'm just covering my surface with some more press and seal, because when I start working on the tumblers, and I have a fan going, you guys, so it is blowing towards me, which is kind of being a little challenging, but I'd rather have the fan blowing on me than sweating tonight. Okay. But this other tumbler that I have is already all prepped. Okay. And it's ready for foil. So it's sticky and ready to go. So I'm just going to tell you what also I've done on here. This one has the 2 coats of Bondago. So it had the first coat, it dried overnight. It has second coat, it dried overnight. It's had the foil adhesive on here for, oh, who knows how long. It could be a month or better. But this is such a great way to show you guys that it's still super, super tacky. That's one thing about our foil adhesive that is a wonderful, wonderful characteristic, that it never dries beyond a firm tack. So no matter how long it's been on here, it's sticky. Now, the only bad thing that could happen, and I do see a little fuzz that's kind of stuck to it, so I'm going to try to pick some of those off. That because it's sticky, anything can stick to it. So you want to make sure you put it someplace safe, or just not let a project sit around for a month or better before you have the opportunity to get back to it. So thank you, Judy. I appreciate your share. And Ellie, hello. It's wonderful to see you. So yes. Also, you guys, we're starting the Raylan workshop tomorrow. So if you have not had a chance to sign up, make sure you just type in the word workshop and information will be sent to you. Nora, the workshop, the live training starts at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Make sure that you have been, that you have made your way over to the Facebook group. The Facebook group link is in your welcome email that you received after you joined the workshop. And all the times and everything are posted in there as well. Okay. So you can go check out the calendar for the weekend. So we're going to be going 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Thursday and Friday. And we are going to be 10 a.m. on Saturday. Okay. But go ahead and make sure you're in there. Okay. Make sure you're in that group and ready to go. Okay. So I already started one of these for one of my girlfriends, but these girlfriends are really super good friends. And I know one of them's going to be jealous if she doesn't get almost the same thing. So I'm pulling out my pink leopard and my pink foil again, because I know I've got to make 2 of these. I'm going to make them different, but if I don't have both of these girls end up with pink leopard tumblers, I think they're going to be jealous of each other, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I might have to turn the fan off. Oh my gosh. I want to do this in some strips, which I think will be really fun. So I'm going to kind of alternate back and forth with the foil. Okay, and I know that I was the last one that cut on here. So I knew there wasn't a straight line because it was cut with scissors and not with our cutter. And if you're looking to ever cut perfectly straight lines on your foil so that you got a nice straight edge to start with, this is wonderful. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go move the fan a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm just going to kind of angle it. So it's not right at my table. Let's see, is that any better? Okay, I think it's moving a little bit less. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be a little bit better. That was when the fan's blowing on your foils and moving everything and you're trying to hold it and handle things, that doesn't always make for a good idea. Okay, the cup, I measured this once before and I want to say I thought it was like around 8 inches. And I'm correct, it's about 8 inches. So I can determine how big I want to go and stripe this. I could do something crazy and go 2, 4, 6, 8, but that's even. So if I divide that into 1.5 inch stripes, maybe we're just going to do 3 stripes. Okay, so I don't have a calculator in front of me because I'm using my phone. But if I did 8 inches, okay, so let's do 3. Okay, let's just do a 3 inch, 3 inch, and a 2 inch. Let's just make it simple on myself. So we're going to see how well this works. We're going to just try. I'm going to make these a little bit bigger than 3. But this is a great way to make straight edges if you're looking to make some perfect lines with your projects, no matter what your project is. Using this kind of cutter is great. This was just bought at Michael's, okay? Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I think you could find it at either place. This one, okay, good. I don't have a bad cut on this one already. Whew. Yeah, let's go a little bit wider. Okay, give myself some grace. I don't want that to be so tight. Okay, so I think I've got enough foil to get this tumbler done. But you guys, no matter if you need to cut something, you want perfect lines, you'll love this. This is what we cut all of our foils with. No matter if you're buying it by the foot, if we're doing our little squares, all of our samples, we have like I think 6 or 7 of those around here now. And they are used daily. I mean, they go home with me in the evening sometimes when we're so far behind on getting stuff cut. I get to take homework home, okay? Okay, so I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to get my tumbler, and I'm going to kind of eyeball this. Ooh, I think I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to try to get a little bit of a guide of where I think I want this. Okay. It's just getting a little bit of a guide. This is not going to be perfect by all means, okay? But I'm just going to lay this on here, and I'm going to bring up my sides and realize that even though this looks like it is a straight tumbler, I have discovered that all of these are, all of them are, they're not straight, okay? They all, what's the word for it? It's not the same dimension all the way up. It gets bigger as it goes up. I could not think of the correct word for that, but it makes it a little bit of a challenge on trying to get things to line up, okay? Because they're not the same width and diameter from top to bottom. That was the word. I struggled on that one, didn't I? Do you guys have fun watching me sometimes when I struggle on finding my words and I can't figure out the correct word to describe what I need to talk about? Okay. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this as well. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and do this section here. Okay, so we're doing the bottom section first. And I always just kind of let them come together, but one definitely came in higher than the other. So I might have to kind of like bring that one over a little bit more just to get that height the same, okay? And then we're just going to scrub on our foil. I got some wrinkles in it as always, okay? I'm really good at getting wrinkles. Me personally and my foils. And then once you feel like you've got it scrubbed on well, you can pull back and check, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and overlap this section as well. So let's come back here. Try to get this on here a little bit more at the top, okay? And I'm going to get out I love my little toothbrush when I want to really stay precise on a line, okay? I'm trying to just keep my brush off of the foil adhesive that's exposed. And if you find an area that doesn't look like it transferred really well, as you're pulling it off, you can always lay it back down, scrub again, see if you get any more transfer, and then pull it back. And when I'm doing the edges, okay, sometimes I just got to go back and critique those and make sure I got them as well as I can, okay? I'm just going to stop for a second, check and see if I have missed any. Yes, taper. Taper is a great word, you guys. There we go. I know sometimes, guys, we just can't find the words. They just don't always come out. Well, hello, Debbie. Thanks for hanging out and watching. This is such a fun project. If by chance you've never done a tumbler, that means you don't have a cup turner, and you have to have a cup turner, okay? I don't think you could do a tumbler without, well, you could, but you couldn't put an epoxy over it, okay? So you could do a tumbler and just not epoxy it. You could do multiple layers of a top coat and just realize you're going to have a delicate hand washing project, okay? So I'm definitely going to encourage you to get a cup turner so that you could do an epoxy finish, okay, which is going to make it more durable. It still will not go through your dishwasher. You still have to hand wash it, but I want you to know mine is lasting really super well, okay? Let's see if there's not enough. Okay, there's not really enough to go ahead and finish out the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece because I just did not position that super well. And I want to do the bottom of it before I move on going up. Okay, so let's get us a little bit wider. The girls are going to love my bad cut. They always know when I've been in the foils, okay? And we just need a square. So we're going to cut that off and finish off the bottom of it first. Okay, it'll just be easier to do it this way. And that way, at least I have the bottom done. I don't have to worry about it setting on anything, okay? I love all my different size brushes, but sometimes when I'm really looking for that super good scrubbing, making sure I've got like 100% or close to it, I like getting out my little stiff bristled toothbrush, okay? Not only was this a stiff one, I cut the hairs down shorter and made it stiffer, okay? So you can alter your toothbrush a little bit. Okay, so here is the start of this new one, okay? And what I think I'm going to do is do the top of it now, okay? So I'm going to work from top. I got the bottom of it. I'm going to do the top of it. And then I'm going to come back and I think I'm going to try to create a straight line because it's being tapered, okay? I want to try to create a straight line that I can come back and maybe make that straight so that I can have the solid pink going in a little bit straighter, okay? Because of it being tapered, doing different sections makes it a little challenging, okay? If I had gone for a solid color, I wouldn't have this problem if I did the whole cup in one color. But of course, I just couldn't do that, okay? I had to make it more difficult. I had to make it challenging, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and scrub our top half. And I think what I'll end up doing is incorporating some of our glitter in between the transition of the two different foils so that I can hide my transition, okay? And that's most likely what I'm going to do. So I thought it would be kind of fun to go top and bottom and then work our way up. And yes, that taper, you have to realize you got a taper going there and be prepared to deal with it, okay? So you might not, if you're worried about it being a perfect line, you might not want to do multiple colors or multiple sections, okay? Just got to depend on your own personality and what you're comfortable with and what you're not, okay? This is transferring so great. Okay, remember that this one sat for a long time. It had a little dust on it, and we're still getting a great transfer. But the leopard foils, they do transfer so incredibly nice. Okay, so looking at this, I'm trying to critique how off my lines look. Okay. They're not perfect, but we're just going to go for it. We're just going to go for it, okay, and put our pink down the middle. And this is just going to be solid pink. And we'll see what it looks like when we are done transferring, okay? Oh, you like the black in the middle, okay. I could have. Yep, there are always so many options, I'm telling you. So, okay, so I was talking for a second that if you don't have a cup turner, you guys, I didn't buy anything fancy. I think I spent around $25 on my cup turner. I have looked at going to a more professional one because I like the options that the more professional ones have. And I would love to have more than one cup turner because I can only spin one cup at a time. So that makes my cup process a whole lot longer, okay, than being able to have one with the first coat of epoxy on it. I could do a second coat of epoxy and have it turning on another turner. So that seems to be the reason it takes me forever to get anything done, is because I only have one turner, okay? And I want to say, if you go on to, actually, I'll put our Amazon link in here because the one I bought and all my epoxy supplies are on my Amazon link. So I'll make sure to put that in the comments. And that way you can see at least what I've purchased so far and decide if that'll work for you. And it was only like a $25 investment. Okay, it's not a huge investment. It's so doable. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so this is my Amazon store. Okay, and you can go check out whatever we've got on Amazon. Anything that we normally will be working with that we don't sell here in the studio. We add to our Amazon store so that you guys can have a chance to go at least see what it is and figure out if that is what you want. Okay, so I'm going to show you the other one that I already got going. So you'll see how I've done them a little bit different. Okay, so the first one I did like almost 2/3 with the leopard and then just the whole top of it pink. Now we've got this one where we've got the pink stripe in the middle. And once it got transferred, I don't think you can tell so much about our lines not being so perfect, but aren't those super cute? Okay, so these are going to be the matching tumblers for a couple of my girlfriends that love pink leopard. Okay, they both love pink leopard. So I figured they both have to have a pink leopard cup. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to finish them off, but I think they need their name on here, and I think they need their name in glitter. So I'm probably going to have to seal these. Okay, so I'm going to put a top coat over these to protect my foils, and then I'm going to come through and probably do a one-time use stencil and get their names on here. Okay, so I got a couple different things I might do. I've got Some vinyl I might use. Okay, could be fun. I'll have to see what colors I have. Or I might just do a one-time use stencil so I can do their names. I can put Dina and Marie on here. So they probably already know they got them. And that way they can identify whose is whose. Okay. So when you are going to do another layer, you're going to want to seal it. Okay. Don't work directly over your foils if you're going to be doing a vinyl, if you're going to be doing glitter, whatever else you're going to do, seal it first. So if anything goes wrong, you're not going to like possibly screw up multiple layers. You'd have some isolation that this layer is completely protected. And if anything happens, you might be able to save this layer. And with putting a vinyl sticker on, okay, so if I was going to put a vinyl on here, or if I'm going to do a one-time use stencil, a one-time use stencil is going to be sticky. And I don't want that to pull my foil off, okay? So we are just going to go ahead and top coat these and let them be ready for additional layers. So let's see. We might be ready. Let's see, how long has it been? Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and I'm not sure if I am going to work on these anymore tonight, but I think I've got a little bit of time that we can finish these out. This is sat for about 40-45 minutes, which is not my normal hour, but not too bad. Okay, so I think maybe we'll go ahead and do our foil transfer on these, okay, and see how well these will come out. And I like to test things. I even like to maybe hit them a little bit sooner than I always recommend. So either we'll have a great point of going, yeah, waiting longer is always the best thing, and that's why I say it. Or certain things are going to work okay if you hit them a little sooner, okay? I'm going to just cut a couple of strips because I think it's going to be easiest to just kind of like dive into there. Getting on the inside of this little pot, I think is going to be a little fun. Okay, I don't know if I've done the inside of any of these, okay? But we're going to go ahead and cut our foil into little sections because when you get into smaller projects and you're getting into weird areas, sometimes it's just better to go ahead and try to go ahead and get into there with smaller pieces already being cut. Let's see. Debbie, I will definitely be doing some epoxy, but it will be probably next week. But I can definitely tag you on a video that I've already done epoxy on. But I have so many other things that I'm going to be doing. I'm not ready to hit this. So like I said, I've got to seal this. And I'm probably going to put 2 coats of a top coat down for full protection. I'm going to most likely create one-time use stencils with my Cameo, creating the name Dina and Marie, and a fun font, okay? And I'm going to be putting that on, and most likely I'm going to glitter their names because that's probably the best way. A girl's got to have some more bling and some glitter. And then after that, then again, I will top coat and protect the glitter and then be ready for epoxy. So there are a few layers to doing these. Now, if you just wanted to do foil and then wanted to pour an epoxy coat over the top of it, you could be ready to go. You would not have to do all those other steps, but I'm personalizing these particular tumblers. So there is more to do, but I'll definitely get a tag on you so that you can go and check out a video that actually shows that process. Hello, Suzette. Thank you so much for joining. So Debbie, I'll definitely tag you later. If you have any questions, just tag me in your comments, and that way it comes up and it shows my name, okay? It's always great that you guys tag my name because I don't always see all new comments. Facebook has been really, really different lately, and they got some changes going on. If you were on my page today and read one of the very first posts that we made this morning, kind of talks about some of the changes that Facebook is doing. And if you happen to be what we call, and don't take this wrong, okay, but if you happen to be what we call a lurker, okay, you just watch the video, you don't say hi, You don't like the video, you don't share the video, you just watch for a couple minutes and you're gone, Facebook's going to think you don't really want to see that video. Okay. They're going to think, oh, well, she didn't stay there more than a couple of minutes and she didn't participate. She didn't say hi. She didn't talk to anybody. So Facebook's really going to assume that you're not that interested. And they might not show you my videos anymore. So the way to make Facebook understand that, at one point you did like my page, okay, and you still want to see my page come up through your feed, you're going to have to basically tell Facebook that with your actions. So if you want to make sure that no matter what you've done, no matter if you followed me, liked me, and used to always watch all my videos, but you're not seeing them anymore, you're going to have to make sure you're taking some action now, and that you are commenting on the video, you're liking the video, you're sharing the video. You've got to do something on your part, and Facebook's looking for that. They're wanting this to be organic communication and community. So we can't ask you to share a video because that's like taboo. Okay. We can't ask you to like anything anymore because they think we're baiting you or asking you to do something. So they want it all to happen organically and make sure that it's something you really want to see, which is really disappointing because at one point, if you followed me and liked me, you did tell Facebook you really wanted to see me, okay? But they're going to make you jump through hoops. And the funny thing is they're not telling anybody any really of this. Only business owners are kind of hearing about this because our algorithm has changed so much that we're all trying to figure out what in the hell has happened. So, through my digging and other business friends I have and things that have been shared and just all the videos and posts that I've read, I'm figuring out what they've done and realizing that the only people that can fix it are you guys, the ones that are watching, the ones that are hanging out on here. But you have to do it on your own. You have to take action. So if you want to see me, there's a few things you can do. Okay, like I said, take some action, do something on this page while you're watching the video. The number of comments should be going up and up and up. Okay, so you guys should all be commenting like crazy. Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate those stars. Yeah, well, Facebook does their own thing. Believe me, they are working to their own beat. Okay. Oh, Lakita, I will definitely tag you as well. Brenda, thank you so much for hanging out. Debbie, I'll make sure that I get that video to you, okay? So yes, if you want to see me, then just make sure you say something in the comments. Even if you just say hello, that's all you really have to do. It's just engagement they want, okay? And they want natural, organic engagement, whatever all that means, okay? But we have to play their game because guess what? We don't own this platform. Facebook does, okay? And so that's why we have a website and why we own our own website and have an email list, because that is the best way to stay in contact with us. But doesn't always get you guys over here to Facebook as well, that you don't always see all the content that we're putting out. Another way to always know when we're going live is to opt in for our texting community. I'm just playing over here as I'm talking to you guys. I'm using my fingers because there's nothing else to get down there. Okay, so I'm just using my fingers and I'm just rubbing in there kind of with my fingernail and my finger and just trying to get the foil. Now it's stuck. Get the foil to transfer. Doing pretty good though. We're almost all green in there, okay? Not too bad. I still have to do the outside edge, but I was trying to get the inside first. But isn't that fun, okay? So that is our kiwi green. And Okay, buckets are falling around here. Okay, I feel like there's a ghost in here walking around tonight. There's been several things that have fallen over. Okay, and I have all the doors shut, so whomever's in here with me is locked in the building. Okay, um, but I've got a little bit more work to do to try to get a little bit more of the green down in there. So if you guys have any questions, okay, type them into the comments. Oh, a little bottle brush? Yeah, that would work, but we don't. Oh, you know what? Let me try one of my really crappy brushes. That might be good for getting into those edges. This is why we don't ever throw away any of our brushes, because sometimes we need one that is not our best brush, that is like almost all beat up, not really good for anything, but this will be great for getting down into those little areas that my finger's not getting down into really super well. And yes, that's working way better. Okay, sometimes we just need another brain. So thank you so much, Kathy Jean. You know, when you're working on a project and I'm chatting with you about other things and I'm just doing this, you just kind of get lost in your project and just kind of make things work with not even thinking what else would probably work better. Okay, and you guys are sitting over there going, okay, Jen, grab a brush. Okay, so just even my little brush. Okay, that did really good. I got a couple more spots to hit, and we've almost got full coverage in there. Kiwi is a wonderful color. Okay, kiwi and peridot, okay, is another one that is a beautiful green. But we also have lentil, grass green. We've got some beautiful greens, and we really increased our greens as we had gotten into the holiday season last year. Okay, that's when I decided, oh, we needed a few more greens for our collection. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the outside edge here, and we're going to see how wonderful kiwi and lime green go together. They're not going to be perfect, but they are going to be pretty darn close. Okay, and that is with most of our foils. Okay, there's not really a perfect match. So even my pinks, they're close. Okay, they complement each other. They're not a perfect match, but they still look really good together. Same thing is going to be with our kiwi and our lime green leopard. They're not going to be perfect, but they are going to complement each other. I might have to cut another piece of this. Okay, so let's see. I think I had my fingers all over this as I was working on the inside. Oh, we're getting stuck. Okay, that's why we have, let's go ahead and just do the other side. But that's why I have press and seal down on the table, so that if the foil adhesive touched it, it was just going to be stuck on that and not get stuck or pull off any paper. Okay, so make sure that you're not just working on paper when you've got a project like this that you're going to lay down, because it could get stuck to the paper and pull the paper off. Okay, so let's just keep going here, and I'm going to just try to finish out this one. And then I'm going to go check for comments, because I know I'm way behind on the comments again. And I think you guys are doing a really good job at answering each other. I have some super, super great customers and fans out here that help out a lot. Desiree being one of them, who tends to answer a lot of questions. So we appreciate her help. If y'all need me, tag my name. That is one way to definitely make sure I get back there and answer. But I'm pretty good that I'm one of those people, you guys, that can't sit still. Okay, I mean, I can sit still, but it's hard for me just to sit and do nothing. And it drives my boyfriend crazy. But even when I'm watching TV, I like to have something to do. So I'm normally watching TV and going on Facebook and answering everybody and making sure that your question got answered and that you got the link you needed or anything like that. So I kind of do that in the evenings when I'm watching TV. Oh, and he got us started. Okay, we're way behind on stuff like this, but he got us started. Actually, he started last night because we needed a new series to watch. We finally finished The Ranch. Okay, have you guys ever watched The Ranch? It was funnier in the beginning. It wasn't as funny towards the end. I don't think I liked the way it ended either, but we finished that whole one. So now we needed a new series to watch. So he decided he was going to check out Breaking Bad. So I think he's 4 episodes in and has to start over all over to get me caught up. But look how cute that is, okay? Nope, not a perfect match, but kiwi works really super good with our lime green, okay? That was a fun little project. And I think we're going to wait till tomorrow and finish out our purple one because I just saw how late it was. And I'm going to try to get home and get to dinner at a decent hour tonight, okay? Um, so, hey, I'm back. Okay, you can see me again. So thank you guys. I always appreciate you being part of this community. Appreciate you guys kind of helping us with the Facebook new rules of what they're doing. So please take the time to comment, to hit the like button or the share button, because that's the only way Facebook's going to let you see us anymore. Okay. You have to be the one that actually engages. And that's how you're telling Facebook anymore that you want to see us. You want to see my videos. You want to see my post. You want to just participate with my company, or any company that you want to see more of their stuff. Okay. So it's on you. No matter how hard we force it, no matter what we try to do on our end, you're the only one that can make it work nowadays. Also, don't miss out. If you have not signed up for Raylan Workshop, make sure you get on that tonight and get signed up. It's only $15. You're going to be able to spend 3 days with me in a fabulous workshop. And the videos are always going to be accessible. I don't care what level you guys are at. Don't worry about it. I love beginners and everything in between. Okay. I have seasoned pros that are in there. They're just coming in to have some fun and see this new finish. And we've got a lot of beginners. So please don't be intimidated no matter what level you are at. I'm one of those teachers that really gets into the nitty gritty and just I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to try to explain everything as far as like base coats, primers, metallic paints. I mean, we're just going to go through every little single level and layer of it and probably have more detailed information than you possibly want. But this allows you to get to know me as a teacher and an instructor and decide if I'm somebody who maybe you would like to actually take a class from every month, okay? Because we have a painting group where I do teach in it every month. So Raylan is basically an introduction to what Jen's painting group is all about. So it's a great time for a whole whopping $15 investment in yourself, and learning a super great finish. So not only are you investing in yourself, but you're going to really learn something. So it's worth the money. But don't wait too long. Make sure you get signed up by tomorrow. Okay. And the workshop's not till 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the afternoon live. So you can join anytime tomorrow. Even if you miss the live, you can always watch the replay, but we don't want you to miss out. Okay. Don't be standing outside the fence and not being able to look in. Just get signed up. So type the word workshop into the comments and a link will be sent to you so you can find out all about it and actually join. Okay, guys, we will see you probably tomorrow night. I am teaching in Raylan, okay, at 3 o'clock tomorrow. That's Pacific Standard Time. And I'm probably going to be in there for a good, I don't know, hour and a half plus at least, especially with Q&A after it. So I'll be live here sometime between probably 5 and 5:30 tomorrow night, okay? And if I'm a little hoarse, that means I've been talking for over an hour or two before I get here. So I will be back here tomorrow night. I will try to remember to send out your guys' text alert in a timely manner, not 13 minutes after the video has started, okay? But enjoy your evening, and thank you guys for being such great, I don't know, members of this group. This is such a great community, and it keeps growing and growing, so we appreciate all of you being here. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.